Hello, artists. We're here because we're going to talk today about how to complete the assignment of your artist statement, and that includes how to export files. So this goes for any graphics class, whether it's print shop or the photography class or computer graphics. So let's start first by locating where that assignment is. So it should be in Google Classroom. Again, it's going to depend on the class, but it should say something like Art Show Works and or artist statement, so we can see it here in this class. There is a form in here, okay, that you're going to need to fill out. So what you're doing before we even get to this artist statement is you will see in the direction it says you need to upload 2 of your favorite works for the semester. So again, whatever software that you use to edit or work on this. So if I am in Photoshop, so let's say hypothetically that this is one of the pieces that I like for the art show. Okay, it's not. It's just something I happen to have up on my screen. So let's say that this is one of the works. So whether you're in Illustrator or Photoshop, you do need to make sure that you've exported this. So you'll go to File, Export, Export As. And you may have already exported this as a JPEG. So if you have, you don't need to do that. But we're going to say this is work 1. This, if my computer will stop being so slow and will work with me here. You're going to get this dialog box. Double, triple check to make sure that it says JPEG, and you're going to hit export. I would just export it back to your student folder, wherever. Now, I have a huge file system, obviously, so hopefully you have a folder set up for yearbook or the computer graphics class or whatever, and you can give it a file name. It does not matter what you call it. I'm just going to put my example. Click save. Okay. It's going to take a second. It's exported. Again, my computer is being kind of slow today. And then I'm going to open up my other work, whatever that happens to be. We're going to say this is my second piece. Again, you're going to export that again. Same thing. Okay, you get the idea. So you now have 2 exported JPEG files. When you go to turn this in, you do need to attach both of those here. I'm not a student, so it's not going to give me that option to upload it, but you'll hit that plus button. You'll upload those in there. Okay, so they're in there. Then you're ready to start the artist statement, because what's going to happen is both of these works, whether they're photographs or graphic design or computer graphics, they're going to get printed out nice and big, and they'll get displayed at the art show. We're going to be matting them later this week or next week, whenever we get to it in class. But they're going to get matted and displayed. Now you'll get to take these home at the end of the year, right? But you're going to write an artist statement for one of these 2. So of those 2 that you just exported, you're going to pick your favorites, whichever one that is, doesn't matter. And you're going to fill out this form. So the directions are up here. The writing requirements is it needs to be 5 to 10 sentences. No less than 5, because that's probably not enough to fully explain yourself. Not any more than 10, because nobody's going to read more than 10 sentences. That's a lot. And what the point is, you're getting to the point, you're telling the people who are viewing this, tell them about the work so they can better appreciate it. Now that might mean you might have to explain the process a little bit. Might be explaining what the project assignment was. It might be what your idea was behind it. It can be anything and everything that you want to talk about this specific work. This is your artist statement, so you get to say what you want as long as it's school appropriate, right? Again, probably talk a little bit about what you're trying to communicate or demonstrate. Demonstrate meaning like what maybe skills you were applying in the class, or what Mrs. Shaw was trying to teach you with this, or what the assignment was. Again, this says must explain, but guys, these are more suggestions where it says must explain, must explain. These are some suggestions on what probably goes into your artist statement. So again, how you created it technically, that especially is for those of you guys who may be in photography class, who are doing a specific lighting technique or something specific with the camera, like you're messing with shutter speed or aperture or shallow depth of field. If it's the computer graphics class, maybe you're talking about how you were learning how to use masks to seamlessly put 2 images together. Or if it's graphic design, you're telling them how you use the pen tool, yada, 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 yada. Okay? It's up to you. And then again, a little bit about why you selected this as your favorite. Again, 5 to 10 sentences sounds like a lot. So if it were me, might do one sentence on what the point of the project was, one sentence on what you're trying to communicate, one sentence on how you technically created it, and then one on why you picked this as your favorite, right? That's just a suggestion. Leave this where it says artist statement, where it says type your name here. That means highlight it, type your name in there, right? So first and last name, and then this is where you put your artist statement. If you want to change your color or your font, whatever you want to do, that's fine, because this piece of paper is going to get printed out and it will get hung next to that one work that you selected as your favorite. All right? And then when you're done, make sure you submit it, and then that's